Hello friends, good day to all. In today's class, I will be dealing with oogenesis as well as simultaneously I will discuss about the follicular development. And next, I will also discuss what are all the changes taking place within the ovary during these stages. And I will also discuss the ovarian cycle in a nutshell that is more than sufficient for the NEET UG students as well as these are the basics for the NEET PG as well. And next, apart from this, I will also answer the most critical questions like what is making the primary oocyte to be in arrest during childhood. The second, what happens to the corpus luteum if fertilization occurs and if it doesn't occur. And third, how the multiple child growth from a single pregnancy is being prevented naturally and what are atretic follicles. So to know all these things, please watch my video complete. To proceed, as we all know, genesis means the process of formation and oogenesis means the process of formation of ovum, that is the female gamete. And usually asked question, what is the difference between the major difference between the oogenesis and spermatogenesis? The answer is oogenesis has already initiated and started during the embryonic period, though it also completes during the reproductive period, but it has initiated during the embryonic period only, unlike the spermatogenesis. So let us move forward and learn what is the oogenesis is. So if you see here in the flow chart, the oogonial mother cells, these are the oogonial mother cells, and from these oogonial mother cells, the cycles of mitosis and cell division cycles are resulting in the formation of primary oocyte. Generally, it is a basic concept I have already explained in the previous video. Whereas these primary oocytes get arrested in the phase 1 of meiosis 1, and to be specific, in the stage of diplotin, get arrested and they do not proceed further in the embryonic developmental period. They cannot proceed further. So before birth they are get arrested here only. And to see simultaneously here the follicular development, all these things, oogonia, the primary spermatocyte, are present within this primordial follicle. So primordial follicle will be like this, and within this it will be the primary oocyte. So here they have enlarged this primary oocyte from the primordial follicle to explain very nicely. So here the primordial follicle are present, and the characteristic feature of the primordial follicle is that it is lined by flat squamous epithelial cells. Okay, whereas if you see, as the child takes birth and during childhood, we say that ovary, there are no changes taking place in ovary, so we say that ovary is in a stage of inactive. And as soon as the onset of puberty, that is the starting of the reproductive period, the changes takes place, the proceeding of the cycle takes place, and primary oocyte will be converted into the primary oocyte, completes its meiosis 1 and result in the formation of secondary oocyte, and these primordial follicles will get converted into the primary follicles and then proceed to the growing follicles like the secondary, tertiary and antral follicles, and then get into mature follicle. And all these follicles means they are containing the oocytes, might be primary or the secondary oocytes. So don't get confused here. So if you see here, these primary oocyte will get converted into the secondary oocyte, at the onset of the puberty. What is happening at the onset of puberty? The release of the gonadotropin releasing hormones that will cause to release of the FSH and LH like hormones. They are helping in all these things. Majorly, the follicular development is as a result of follicular stimulating hormone. That is very important. And these secondary oocytes again get arrested at the metaphase, metaphase 2. Secondary oocyte again get arrested at the metaphase 2, and this secondary oocyte will only complete its meiosis 2 if the fertilization takes place. So if the sperm gets fertilized with this ovum, only then this will complete. Completed only if fertilization and lead to the formation of the zygote and the second polar body. Here is a first polar body. So these are all the oogenesis cycle. If you see here the follicular development, so these are containing here. So if you see here, the mature follicle will get ovulated and release this secondary oocyte. This is releasing the secondary oocyte, and this secondary oocyte get fertilized, and only if they get fertilized they complete the meiosis 2 to form the zygote. If not, they will not go further. So this is all the cycle that is taking place here. And what is the characteristic feature of the primary follicle is that this primary follicle is lined by cuboidal stratified epithelial cells. So this is how they are transformed from the squamous to the cuboidal, that is the stratified epithelial cells. As they go further into the growing follicle, these layers are increases all these layers. So after knowing all these things, the question what has remained, and the question what should arise in your minds as a critical thinker is that what is making the primary oocyte to be in a stage of arrest all through the childhood. So all this through the childhood, what is making the substance behind that? What is making this primary oocyte to be in a stage of arrest? So the answer is that during childhood, granulosal cells that are present, they are helping, they are secreting, they secrete the OIF, that is the oocyte inhibiting factor, as well as they also nourishes the ovum. So this is all the granulosa cells that are secreting the oocyte inhibiting factor, that is leading to the inhibition of the primary oocyte from getting converted into the secondary oocyte. So